Navigator, Mondays with Maureen. Hello, everyone. My name is Maureen Williams, and I'm the Director of Care Navigation here at Four Seasons, the care you trust. And we try to create this space on most Mondays to talk about issues associated with living well, aging well, and perhaps how Four Seasons may be of service. And I'm also delighted to share that Four Seasons, we are so grateful to the Van Winkle Law Firm for serving as the title sponsor for this program, Ask a Care Navigator, Mondays with Maureen. The Van Winkle Law Firm is one of the most respected and established law firms in North Carolina, providing exceptional legal representation on personal to individuals, rather families and businesses in personal, commercial, business, and estate planning matters. Should you want more information or to schedule a consultation, please go to the website www.vwlawfirm.com. And again, I am so very grateful to our partners there at Van Winkle Law Firm. If you ever have any more questions or comments, you can drop them in the comments box from whatever platform you're viewing. You can call us at 866-466-9734, or please go to our website, which is fourseasonscare.org. Spell out the number 4, FOURSEASONSCARE.org. And there's a way to send an inquiry, and we do appreciate you doing that. Well, today is the first day of December. And I hope everyone had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I certainly did. And I was talking with a son and daughter who are long distance to the parents who live here. And they had noticed on our website a link that I had shared to an article called The 6 Hidden Costs of Caring for Your Aging Parent. And they found it very helpful. So I thought, let me share with this with the audience at large. If you go to our website, there's a link to this article there. And it was written by Julie Gray, who's also with the Aging Life Care Association, just as I am. But I wanted to hit some high points for you there because I'm starting right now during the holidays. This is very common for where adult children start contacting us about how to take care of their aging parents. Even though their aging parents might not need the help, they're wanting to make plans. Frequently, those adult children are long distance. So I wanted to hit you with some tips. Now, adult children at this point are definitely in a sandwich generation. You've heard this for many years. They're squished in between concerns and responsibilities around caring for aging parents and living their own lives, pursuing their own careers and raising their own families. And sometimes adding the burden of caregiving or the benefit of caregiving, it can add additional challenges to one's well-being and financial security. It's estimated that 10,000 people are turning 65 years old every day. This will continue for several decades, may increase. 10,000 people a day turning 65. That's the silver tsunami we've been hearing about. We're seeing it. At the same time, another study estimates that baby boomers, ages 65 and older, are expected to increase at a rate of 2.3% per year, while the number of family members available to take care of them increases at less than 1%. You see the challenge here. Caregiving is a real issue. Being a family caregiver isn't all doom and gloom. There's wonderful benefits about being a family caregiver. They are real, but there are hidden costs. And it's important that you find some sort of meaning and purpose in the caregiving labor of love. This is a labor of love that you're providing to your aging parents or grandparents, as the case may be. But it is hard work. It really is. This demands a lot of time and patience and resilience. And if you start with a plan, realistically explained, developed plan, you're able to plan ahead and help better from a position of strength. So let's talk about the 6 hidden costs of caring for an aging parent. First of all, it's a potential that it will dead end your career. All those times you have to slip away to address a crisis or take mom or dad to medical appointments, or you might be focusing on managing caregiver schedules, paid home caregiver schedules. There's a real impact to decreasing productivity and increasing time away from work. It's unfortunate. Absenteeism is a real issue. It's harder to focus at work, and this can seriously impact one's opportunities for advancement at work. And I know all of you see that. You can appreciate this. A second hidden cost of caring for an aging parent is really launching from a study by MetLife. This is fascinating, and I want to look down at my notes to make sure I don't miss this. Men who reduce their work hours to take care of parents lost almost $127,000 on average over their lifetime and earned $38,000 less in Social Security benefits over a lifetime. And if they stopped working altogether, they gave up about $284,000 in wages, pension, and Social Security benefits. That's a lot of money. Women, unfortunately, fared even worse in this study. Women are more commonly the caregivers. They're more at risk for poverty as a result of their caregiving, and women typically will cut back their work or even stop altogether to care for family members. This MetLife study estimated that women who reduce hours lose more than $121,000 in lifetime wages, less than a man, but they lose more than $64,000 in Social Security benefits. And women who leave the workforce altogether to take care of aging parents and loved ones have an average $324,000 loss in wages, pensions, and Social Security benefits over their lifetime. It's more than a man. There's a definite financial impact. The third hidden cost to caring for an aging parent is that your world gets really small. All the social networks you had, well, they're just, you have other priorities right now. Your network shrinks. You have to run home and pay bills and microwave meals and get kids ready for homework or take them to soccer practice and take care of mom and dad. It's a lot. So friendships frequently will take a back seat. A common caregiver refrain, I've heard this so many times. There just isn't enough time to take a break. Wow, that's a big cost. A fourth hidden cost of caring for an aging parent is that the more time that caregivers spend in caring for their loved ones and putting the needs of others first, the more their resilience slips away. Wow. Wow. Many times, caregivers step into this role with little preparation, little knowledge or support about how to even be a caregiver to manage some really complex issues. They experience frustration. They feel drained. They feel guilty for feeling how they feel. They feel helpless or completely burned out. It's not uncommon for caregivers to burn out, and yet they keep moving forward. And what is burnout? When a caregiving no longer feels meaningful because of the emotional strain or emotional overload or the numbing exhaustion, it no longer feels meaningful. I do see quite a few people living with burnout. A fifth hidden cost is that illness can strike. This is fascinating. The deep stress reaction that caregivers have to doing full-time or not even part-time caregiving for aging loved ones is that their physical health will take a toll. They will begin to suffer. In fact, frequently we know that the aging parent may need more help if we start to see caregivers starting to decline. Many caregivers will neglect their annual screening exams, ignore their own medical problems in hopes that'll go away for a while. It won't. People with heart disease, cancer, diabetes, and arthritis, these kinds of chronic conditions, heart disease, diabetes, cancer, and arthritis are more common, far more common, twice the rate among caregivers than they are non-caregivers. And caregivers also are at risk of dying at a higher rate for premature death, 63% higher. Wow. It takes its toll. It's meaningful, but it takes its toll. And finally, the sixth hidden cost of being a family caregiver to an aging parent is that your emotional well-being suffers. Sadness, deep sadness, loneliness, anger. These are common feelings. And yet, while being a family caregiver, it can take its toll to where those feelings are relentless every day. Your emotional well-being suffers. So what do you do? I need you to know that help and hope are a phone call away or an email inquiry away. There's plenty of help out there. It would be really important for you to meet with a professional, such as a care navigator, to express what your goals are, what's most important to you. Have an assessment of your loved one's needs. Have an idea of what available resources are in the community, and create an action plan to address these challenges. This can help family caregivers, family members assume more control over the situation in which they find themselves. I just, and it's not too late if you're finding yourself as a caregiver and wondering what to do. There's help out there. People like me, or care navigators, or aging life care managers. There are a lot of us out here in the United States. Very happy, very privileged to help you. We will take a holistic perspective to help you craft a plan, assess the needs, look for community resources. We'll help you create a positive path forward with your life as a family caregiver. And sometimes just meeting with someone like an aging life care manager like myself once or twice may be all you need to get things straightened away again and feel more positive and more better about your situation. Care managers, care navigators, we tend to be pretty skillful problem solvers, and we are absolutely there for you in the midst of a crisis should it arise. If you don't want to reach out to an aging life care manager, reach out to a social worker with the Alzheimer's Association, or with a local senior center, or with your local area agency on aging. I've spoken of that often. The one right here where I'm sitting in Buncombe County, North Carolina, is called the Land of Sky Regional Council. Farther west of here, that's the Southwestern Regional Commission. That's your area agency on aging. And just east of where I'm sitting, it's called the Foothills Regional Commission. But it doesn't matter. Anywhere you go in the state of North Carolina or anywhere in this country, there is an area agency on aging available to help you. So there you have it, 6 hidden costs. I would bet that any of you who is a family caregiver right now feels at least one of those, the burden of one of those. And I would bet you feel the benefit of caring for a loved one. I know you do. You just need to know there's help out there. And it's a good idea to make a plan before something gets ahead of you. This is what my team and I do. We help people do that. We ask you, as the caregiver, what's the plan should something happen to you? And if you're not sure where to go, it would be a privilege to be of service and help you create that. Okay, those are my thoughts for today. It's not all doom and gloom, but it's just wanting to be a good reality check. Take care of yourselves. You want to be in this for the long haul, right? Take care of yourselves. Call us. Ask for help. We're at 866-466-9734, or our website is fourseasonscare.org. It would be a privilege to have a conversation with you and your loved ones about how to care for others in your family. Now, join me next Monday, December the 8th. I'm going to have a special guest with me from the SHIP program. And by the way, this Sunday is the last day for open enrollment for your Medicare Advantage plans and your Medicare Part D plans. And so Jennifer is going to have more time next Monday to share with us. So join me at noon next Monday, December the 8th, for another episode of Ask a Care Navigator, Mondays with Maureen. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.